Welcome to News with the Loon on July 24th, 2025. Well, let's get to it. Sorry about the late start today. We are going to first, as usual, start with our weather. All right, currently in the tri-state area, particularly Queens, it is, hold on a minute, let me just bring this up. Okay. It's currently 73 degrees with zero precipitation. Humidity is at 61%. And as usual, we barely have a breeze, but it's doable. Tomorrow, bring an umbrella. We have 50% chance of rain. The high is supposed to be 92, so it's going to be really muggy with a 56% humidity, and winds will probably be 9 miles per hour, so you probably won't feel that. Now let's get into the news. We're going to hit some local news first. Well, no, first we're going to hit the recalls. Okay, we have recalls on, the feds have done a recall on 5 million pools linked to drowning deaths of 9 children. So if you have the pool that was manufactured by, I'm sorry, there we go. The pool in question is a creation of the companies Bestway, Intex, and Poly Group. They've been making these pools since 2002, and they were sold at Amazon.com, Lowe's, Target, and Walmart, just to name a few. Canada sold over 250,000, and the range of the price is like between 400 and over $1,000. So if your price range was between there when you bought it, if you bought a pool for that price, check the brand. The drownings happened. The children that drowned were between 22 months and 3 years old. And the deaths did occur between 2007 and 2002 in California, Texas, Florida, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Missouri. Yes, that is not near the tri-state area, but we do have people who like to buy pools. So if you did buy a pool around that time and this is your manufacturer, you may want to check and see if this product has been recalled. Okay, that was for the recall. We also have one more for you. If you buy mini fridge, which a lot of people do to have extra space. Let's see. If we could get this to play once we get past this ad, and then we will see what the report is on this. This is showing how important it is to pay attention to your recalls. Now, the fridge in question is the model. I'm going to put the link to this so you could check your model and check the serial numbers if you have the Frigidaire mini fridges. They're being recalled. They cause fire burn. They are a fire burn hazard. Okay? So check your fridges and make sure that you don't have one of these. I did have an image of them. No. Unfortunately, I don't have a picture of them, but just check for the Frigidaire mini fridges. Okay. Now we're going to go a little bit local. The Department of Justice announces a lawsuit against New York City and Mayor Eric Adams over sanctuary laws. The lawsuit claims policies have allowed dangerous criminals to roam the streets and commit dangerous crimes within the communities. So let's see if we can get this to play. This lawsuit was announced this afternoon, and it was filed in the Eastern District of New York. So buckle up, everyone. It's about to get bumpy. This could be also due to what happened this weekend with a federal authority that and the shooting that occurred this weekend. The Department of Justice New York is not the only city that has a filed for lawsuits. Other cities include Los Angeles, Colorado, Illinois, New Jersey. So this is a developing situation, and we're going to go ahead and see how this moves on. Again, locally, we're going to talk about Canal Street. Experts say fixing Canal Street means rethinking the Manhattan Bridge itself. The Canal Street needs a fix, but the city must go straight to the source. So they're looking at the Manhattan Bridge. It appears that there was recently a double fatal crash at the Manhattan Bridge's Canal Street entrance, renewing calls for safety upgrades in that chaotic corridor. If you have ever driven into Manhattan and gone in through Manhattan Bridge, it is a little crazy going around there. People are criticizing Mayor Adams and the DOT for not fixing this issue sooner. Again, another developing story. I think this past Saturday, a speeding driver, and I do recall this, and I think I did report on this, a speeding driver smashed through a pedestrian island on Saturday morning, killing Hugh Shank and 63-year-old May Young, who was sitting on a bench at the time. The second driver of a food truck at the same location within 24 hours injured 2 more people. So that's a total of 4 people. Out of the 4, 2, unfortunately, may they rest in peace, were fatally injured. So this is a crazy intersection, and the community is calling for a fix to come about. I'm going to hit one borough at a time because we try to make this short and sweet just for you. So today we are going to go to Staten Island. Staten Island suspect 20 caught in Florida after allegedly fleeing Garden State Parkway crash that killed a borough man. They arrested Alvi Lamani, who had an out-of-state fugitive warrant at Miami-Dade County Corrections and Rehabilitation Facility since July 17, according to Florida's online jail records. So he was detained and caught in Florida. He is facing extradition to New Jersey in connection to the horrific crash that claimed the life of a Staten Island man and seriously injured a second one from the borough. So that family will have justice. He will be coming back to New Jersey, and he will be facing the charges. If you are someone who like to get your groceries delivered, Staten Island, the grocery delivery app threatens legal action if Mayor Adams doesn't veto the minimum wage bill. This bill, and this is according to SI Live. So this is straight from a Staten Island publication. Um, the city council passed a legislation on July 14th to provide a $21.44 minimum wage to grocery delivery personnel, to make it equal to that of food delivery persons. But in a letter this past Tuesday to Mayor Adams, Instacart Chief Corporate Affairs Officer Danny Dudek urged the mayor to veto this legislation. So Instacart doesn't want this bill passed. They are saying that they will basically file a lawsuit against the city if Mayor Adams does not veto this. So again, a developing story, but we shall see how this develops, and I'll keep an eye on this. On the national stage, if you haven't heard, I'm sorry to be the one to let you know. Those of us who grew up in the 80s, those of us who love our wrestling, we have lost another one. Today, Hulk Hogan died at the age of 71. He was pronounced dead at the hospital in Clearwater, Florida. So far, Major Nate Burnside told reporters there were no signs of foul play or suspicious activity. Hogan's real name was Terry Bollea, and he was the foundation for WrestleMania, and he had a lot of Hulkamaniacs since the 1980s. He has been the face of WrestleMania many, many, many times and had done large guest appearances. Those of us, 80s baby, we lost another icon. All right, back to more news on the national front. Today, President Trump took a tour of the Federal Reserve's restoration. Those of you who do not know Donald Trump's history, he is a construction person, so there is no, how can I say, fooling this man. Trump claimed the project cost $3.1 billion, while the Fed estimated it at $2.5 billion. The disagreement was caught live during his tour. During this tour, he did suggest that he would back off Powell if interest rates were lowered. The renovation has become a point of contention, with Trump using it as a potential reason to push for Powell's removal, though he recently stated he has no plans to do so. The renovations are due to be completed by 2027, I do believe they said. But I think it's better if you hear it from the horse's mouth. Let's see how this tour went for Trump.
I think we hear the president. Let's tune in.
With the chairman, as you know. Chairman, come on over. And we're just taking a look at what's happening. You know, it's a tough construction job. They're building basements where they didn't exist or expanding them, and a lot of very expensive work. There's no question about it. And Tim has been with me for a long time, and you're in charge of the committee.
Indeed. One of the reasons I wanted to see it was the overruns of the expenses, wanted to figure out why.
Yeah. So we're taking a look, and it looks like it's about 3.1 billion. It went up a little bit, or a lot. So the 2.7 is now 3.1.
I'm not aware of that.
Yeah, it just came out.
Yeah, I haven't heard that from anybody at the Fed.
Yeah, it just came out.
Our notes had it about 3.1 as well.
3.1.
3.2.
This came from us?
Yes. I don't know who does that.
You're including the Martin renovation. You just added
our entire capital.
Yeah, you just added in a third building is what that is. That's a third building.
Well, no, but it's a building that's being built.
No, it was built 5 years ago. We finished Martin 5 years ago.
It's part of the overall work.
But it's
So,
not new.
So we're going to take a look. We're going to see what's happening, and it's got a long way. Do you expect any more additional cost overruns?
Don't expect them. We're ready for them, but we have a little bit of a reserve that we may use, but no, we don't. We expect to be finished in 2027. We're well along, as you can see.
Nice to take these off every once in a while when we're not under too much danger. So, any questions?
Mr. President, does the issue give you any?
As a real estate developer, what would you do with a project manager who would be over budget?
Generally speaking, what would I do? I'd fire them.
Do you think this issue, Mr. President, gives you cause to do that?
Well, I'm here just really with the chairman. He's showing us around, showing us the work. I don't want to get that. I don't want to be personal. I would like to see it get finished. And in many ways, it's too bad it started. But it did start. And it's been under construction for a long time. It's going to be a real long time, because it looks like it's got a long way to go.
Yes, sir.
So,
President, are there things the chairman can say to you today that would make you back off some of the earlier criticism?
well, I'd love him to lower interest rates. Other than that, what can I tell you? The country is doing really well. I just briefed the chairman on the deal we made with Japan. Japan is putting up $550 billion in order to lower their tariffs a little bit.
I think.
There you have it from the horse's mouth. Okay, now we've come towards the end, and I always like to leave something on a good note. So we are going to something most people didn't know, which actually Hulk Hogan did mention every now and then, was his faith. 18 months ago, and actually, I'm sorry, I'm not showing this. Oh, this is a post by Nick Sorter on X. 18 months ago, Hulk Hogan and his wife was baptized, and he was nice enough to post this. So we're going to leave this on a finding faith moment. There is nothing more beautiful than finding faith. And it doesn't matter what point in your life you find that. Hulk Hogan's going to be missed. And I hope you join me tomorrow when we hit some more news. Until then, bring an umbrella tomorrow. Don't forget, it's supposed to rain. And enjoy the rest of your evening and have a good night.